Everything up until top 4 is going to be on the same map, which is called an informed world. It is a world map, which means you could be anywhere in the world. It is designed to be easier, I guess. The point of the map is that you're relatively close to like population, so you shouldn't get middle of nowhere usually. How this is going to work, again, everything except top 4 is going to be best of 3. This is single elimination, and the order of like the game is going to be the first map, or the first round is going to be moving. Play that until someone loses. Then it's going to switch to no move. Same thing. And then if it goes to game 3, it'll be no move, pan, or zoom. It's like not going to change between the things automatically, so you might have to do that if you're on one of the setups that like allows you to change the settings. We have 5 sets of PCs, so 5 setups, including the one on stream. So I'll just direct you to one of those, and I have a couple of people helping out as well. So I guess let's get started. The first match we'll have on stream will be let's do, we got Richard and Nintendork 64. So if y'all can head up here. Next, other matches we'll do will be Jack 3 is here, right? So Jack and Frosty Beep, I'll have y'all. He's not here? Okay. Will he not be here at all? Okay. So is Stock here? Okay. Game it in Stock. I'll have y'all go to the far one back there. Wow, there's like one person missing from each of all these other ones. Also, y'all on stream have the noise-canceling headphones. Please wear them so you don't hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, well, damn. Don't listen to me. Or if you have like headphones or something, like earbuds, that would also be cool to drown out my noise. Or if you want to plug the headphones into the PC and then play something on that, that would be actually really helpful. Just white noise. You can just listen to GDQ in the background. Okay. Yeah, I think like everyone else here, their other person is not here yet, so that's cool. Is their audio getting picked up? make sure their PC audio is not getting picked up. If they're listening to other stuff in the background. PC, oh. Yeah, just kill PC audio completely. Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't know. Hey, we raised the mill. That's good. That's weird. Damn.
I'm just gonna guess first, okay?
Just be fast. Okay. I'll try and not pre-commentate then. I'll just point out what people are doing. So, yeah, honestly, let me do a quick call again to see if people are here. Type Def Sorbet or Bobby. Okay. Pokehero's not here yet. Jack is not coming. Kuritas. Okay. Libelli. Actually, Johan, you and Conception can play at, I don't know, pick a pair. If you're on the back row, or if you're on a row of PCs that has GeoGuessr open, please don't be on it. Y'all are fine, but you can go pick, do those 2 angled ones over there. And basically, once you hit start game, it'll just go on itself. So that's good. Juho's not here yet. Stock, nope. Nardy or So Sad Sid. Audrey Lenine. And Cloverbugged or Badronis. Okay, Perfect. Okay, so I guess we can get started with the one on stream if y'all want to get going. Might still be good to put on the headphones just to hear me less. That'd be nice. Thank you. Okay, so starting off, I know. So I will try to be somewhat responsible with commentary to not spoil anything for anyone. So we are starting off moving here. Again, this is the map where you're going to be close to civilization, so it should be easier than some. Once we get to top 4, that map is really hard, so that's going to be a lot of fun. To do this, I got to remember what both people have seen, which includes the Buffalo Wild Wings. That's cool. So we do have a good chunk of info from on, I think, both players that should be gettable at least. I think at this point both players know the country. Just a matter of where they want to go within that country. Okay. We do have some people helping out, so thank you for that. Yeah, if anybody playing ever has any like internet issues or just can't play for some reason, please let me know immediately. So far, fingers crossed, the internet's doing well, but I don't know how well that's going to last because it has been very temperamental all week. So just let me know, or let someone that's helping out know. So for this, every round here is going to be 2 minutes. All moving, no move, and an NPC is 2 minutes just to make it easier. So we do have a guest from Richard here. And then we have a guest from Nintendork. We have Mexico and Puerto Rico, and it is very, very North Mexico. Not a ton of points, just even getting the right country just because it's so far away over in Mexicali. Round 2 is somewhere not as urban specifically. Also for this, the multipliers will begin at round 5. This is actually basically the same rules as a normal competitive duel in-game. Multipliers start at round 5, and they increment 0.5 every, like, the next round. No healing, of course. This is not like 2022. And, yeah. So yeah, let's see what our players are starting to think here. Don't really know if we know the country yet. Hasn't been any solid info, I don't think, but there's vibes. All right, we have a guest from Richard, and soon to be a guest from Nintendork. After someone guesses, you have 15 seconds. So this one's going to be Italy, and Richard's going to be much, much closer. So that's a good chunk of damage on round 2 there. Down to 2,200. So round 3 here also is somewhere. Yeah, so this map isn't guaranteed to be urban. It's just guaranteed to be close to something. The map says dense coverage, which is just generally a village or something. So, especially for moving, you should be able to find info relatively quickly. It is just a matter of, do you know where that info, how that info helps you? So this one, we do have some info on both sides here. We have a guess from Richard first again. Let's see if Nintendork can get the right country. Looks like they both got it. Nintendork a lot closer here, but both pretty decent scores overall. So not too much damage going into round 4. This one's pretty interesting. Much different vibe from the previous rounds, at least. do have a little bit of dumpster diving from Richard here, seeing if he can get any info. Both players have seen language, but do they know the language? So this one we have Nintendo going Finland and Richard going Sweden, and it is Estonia, much closer in Finland there. So kind of getting close to evening out. We do have multiplier starting, so now we have 1.5 times damage going into round 5. So Richard with the insta-guess here hopefully has a good idea of what he saw and where this is. Let's see if Nintendo can counter with a close guess here. So this was Guatemala, and I think that's enough for Richard to win the first round here. Yep, that is. So in this case, Richard's up 1-0. Again, best of 3. So now we're going to go into no move. So if you go to settings and click no move in the top right, everything else is the same. So no move just means you can't move up and down the street, and you only get the one photosphere. So yeah, so you can get started whenever. You're good. Yeah, so no moving here will mean that both players will basically be guaranteed to get the same info. In moving, sometimes one person goes one way, the other person goes the other. Here, we will both get the same info, and we have a field. So there is some interesting Google car here. Do they know where that is? I don't know. Because a lot of the info in this game revolves around the actual car that took the Google photos. And sometimes the car is visible. Generally, it's not. But there are only some countries where it is visible. I don't know where Richard guessed, but he did guess first. Yeah, Nintendo going, they went Kazakhstan and Russia, and it was just Kenya. That was an interesting Kenya, but Kazakhstan does have a car kind of similar to that sometimes. So here we are in the middle of nowhere. Easy map, by the way. This one's definitely interesting. Very red. Very vegetation heavy, and I can't spoil anything else, so let's see. We have Richard looking at the map, sending his guess in. Let's see where Nintendork's gonna go. We're both in Brazil here, and it was very, very South Brazil, I think. So just a little bit closer was Richard there, I think. Round 3, not a lot of damage on either side, just because really big countries here. Someday we'll get an urban round in this map on no move, I swear. This one's interesting. We could definitely see very different guesses here. There's some interesting vibes, I guess, you can pull from this one. So Nintendork making the first guess this time. Let's see what Richard's thinking about. All right, kind of similar thoughts here. We have Poland and very, very Western Russian. It was just Lithuania. Not a ton of damage again, but we'll see how round 4 goes if we get any other large countries. So a little bit more urban. Definitely no text here for info, but we are not in a field this time, so that's fun. Let's see what they're thinking. There's a dog. Very important. We have maybe a guess? We do have a guess from Nintendork. Let's see what Richard's thinking. Next round does start multis, so maybe even this one will be a lot. Very different guesses, and they kind of meet in the middle, honestly. We have Ghana and Peru, and it is just northern Brazil, so again, not a lot of damage. Round 5, we have multis. This is where it ended last time, so I don't know if it'll end this time. They both have a lot of health still. pretty interesting round here. I feel like this could be a lot of different places. No real text that's readable. There's some text in the background, but it's very, very small. So we have the first guess coming in from Richard again. Likes to play fast. Nintendork with the guess in Czechia. It is just Western France. So pretty decent damage there. Round 6, we have 2x damage now. We have a nice fence on this house. And this is a very, very green place. There is some info here if you know where to find it, but kind of tiny. Again, can't spoil too much because they can mostly hear me, so I'm also not going to feed them false information, I swear. All right, let's see where we're going here. Do we have a guess from both? They're both in Austria, and it's just near Vienna, so pretty solid from both. Yeah, there was a little bollard visible, but this specific one being so green, I wouldn't really think Vienna either. Going into round 7, I think? 2.5x damage regardless. This one kind of reminiscent of a previous round that we had, actually. A lot of pine trees everywhere, some maybe familiar language. The Burger King is in. So yeah, a lot of info, especially in no moving. You need to pull as much as you can from poles or pedestrian crossing signs, because often you won't have any text, and which is not the case here. But so we have Finland. Oh, we have almost a 5K from Nintendork. Is that enough? That is enough. So now it's 1-1. Wow, excellent guess there in Finland. So now we go to NMPZ, which is you get a picture. Hit rejoin. Perfect. Okay, so NMPZ, we have a picture, and that's it. You can't move, you can't do anything. So this is gonna be fun, because, yeah, you don't have any info. So we're looking at something, all right. There is not a lot of good info here. You can definitely get a vibe for the region, I think, but I don't know if there's any. From what I can see, I don't think there's any solid info that would lead you towards a specific country. Maybe, but. So we do have two pretty different guesses here. Hungary and Netherlands, and it is just Poland. I think Richard being quite a bit closer with 1,100 points of damage there. Round 2, we have a picture. I don't know if that street sign was readable. A very quick guess coming in from Richard once it loads, if ever. There you go. Took a little bit. Kind of similar guesses. They're in the same mountain range, and it was just Alaska. Honestly, it's the Rockies. I don't know. They all look similar. Round 3. Let's see what we got here. We got a lot of white buildings, and that's it. Yeah, you're good. I'll what was the score? Okay, thank you. Once this round is over, I'll call some more matches / start DQing people. We do have the guesses in. I think they're in this very similar region. They're both in Turkey, and it's just Texas, I think. Just barely Mexico, actually. Wow, I don't know where I would have gone there. That's a really tough one. NMPZ is so difficult. Like, what do you do here? You got a field, and you got a little hut to the side. I don't know. Click the world, maybe? Do have a guess here pretty quickly because, you know, what else are you going to do? Let's see how similar these guesses are. Fairly different, and it is a lot closer to Nintendork here, over in southern Bulgaria. We have Bulgaria fans in the chat for some reason.
What does that mean?
It's not a common thing to be a fan of, I'll say. All right, quick one here. Both in the UK, it is just Ireland. That should be very, very similar distance and basically no points. We are in the multipliers, so one bad guess, which is very, very easy in this mode, could mean a whole lot. Could mean someone's game. So this one's pretty interesting. Let's see what our players are thinking about here. All right, we have a guess from Nintendork. Let's see if Richard can get the right region. All right, it was Nigeria. Is that enough to do it? That is enough. So Nintendork takes it 2-1. All right. Well, that was the first game of many. Let's see who we got here. I may begin DQing people if they're not here. Yeah, we're 26 minutes in. If you're not here, you're getting DQ'd. Type Def Sorbet or Bobby432, are either of you here? All right, well, Type Def Sorbet gets a win because they're higher seated. I don't know. All right, what else is next? Is Lusciousness here? All right, you and Pokehero can come play on stage. Jack is not coming, you said? Thank you. All right. Yeah, come up either way. Kuritas, KRT, not here. Can I get Twinkachu and Hobtor to play on some pair of PCs? You can go to that one all the way back there. Yeah, it's too late to sign up. Is Libelli here? I hope I'm not saying it. Oh, that you crossed it out on the thing. Okay, cool. All right. Is Juho here? All right. Nelinor is here, right? No? All right. Well, Juho gets the bye, I guess. Yeah. Let me call a couple more matches and then y'all can start. Nardy 20 or So Sad Sid, are either of you here? All right. Audrey Lenine. Enhar is here, right? There you go. And finally, Badronis and Cloverbugged is here, right? Cool. All right. Y'all can start whenever. I might call a couple more matches, but make sure you set it to moving in settings. Do moving in the top right. Cool. And then you can hit escape. All right, y'all can start whenever. Okay, so that one's going. We have a couple more matches we can play. Can I get Nintendo X64 and Princess Ashfire to play a match at some pair of PCs? You can go to the angled ones back there. Can I get 7th Ace and Johan to play at some other pair of PCs? If you can just go find a pair of PCs that works, that'd be cool. And I think the rest, I think there might be one more setup, but I think we'll wait on that. All right, in this game here, we are moving. So I can talk about much, much less than the other modes because I don't know what both players have seen. If you're thinking, if it's taking forever to load, just click elsewhere and it might work. Well, there you go. All right. Yeah, like I said, internet here is could be better. So I think both players have seen language at this point. I don't know what they're going to do with that information, but we do still have 50 seconds, so neither player has made a guess yet. They do not have to until the end. Or if someone goes first, they need to make a guess within 15 seconds. So, again, both players have seen language for sure now, and they will make a guess based on that. So we have a guess from Pokehero here. Let's see what Lusciousness does. So, relatively quick guesses. It was Kazakhstan. Kind of a couple of points for Lusciousness for getting the right language at least. Not like that matters, but wow, big melon or something on the side at the start here. Of course, neither player looking at it because that is unimportant. There you go. Thank you. I don't. Is that a melon? I don't know, but if your thing's just glitching, just keep clicking, and it'll probably eventually work. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we're thinking here. We do have some decent info. I think both players looking at the same signs right now. I don't know if anything has actually set a place name yet. Does not look like it, but I don't know. Don't let me influence you. Please moving. Please work. Well, we do kind of have guesses coming in from both players as both of their screens are showing signs of internet fatigue, which is awesome. So just keep trying to move and maybe it'll eventually work. Worst case, you can refresh your game or refresh the browser and it should be a bit better. Or just vibe. So we do have a guess from Pokehero. Let's see what Lusciousness is thinking. So we do have, it is Brazil, and Poke is actually closer in Bolivia to the very western Brazil. Brazil is a pretty damn big country, so very easy to be a lot closer to another thing. Just refresh your browser. Both of you. Just both refresh. Just hit F5.
Hit F5 or refresh your page?
Yeah, just refresh. All right, well, this is awesome that moving might not happen. So, who's ready for a no-move tournament? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It is, the internet struggle. We have too many people playing, apparently. So, what do we want to do? I guess for the time being, let's do best of 3, no move. So, if y'all could, I don't know, end this match somehow. I actually don't know the best way to end a match without someone losing. Okay, so for the players, this match is not going to count. We're just going to move into no move. I guess, I don't really know the best way to end a game. I might need to just like stop the party. What? Yeah, yeah. To the people in the back, are you having internet issues at all? If you can hear me. Thanks. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna move to go do no move instead, which is unfortunate, but I still got a pretty close guess, all things considered. But let me step in real quick, and we can kind of just nullify this game and then actually start a new one. So 1 second. You can begin whenever. Yeah, I'll just do the Okay, well, even so, it is kind of still not looking good, so this is awesome. Shoutouts to the internet. If you're having loading issues, just refresh the page and it might work, so. Or get glasses, I guess. But yeah, if you're in the crowd and playing, just know that it's no move best of 3 for all 3 rounds now. Which is unfortunate to those who did not play under that rule, but I mean, we gotta flex, unfortunately. I don't know why this close computer is like mightily struggling. I might go check this out after this, but. Okay, we do have kind of similar guesses coming in from both players here, it looks like. So let's see where Lusciousness wants to go within this region. It was just the Philippines. They both went South America, so 1 point. Shout outs to that 1 point. Shout outs to the computer being bad. Why is it not loading all the way? Oh, wait, maybe. There we go. It's loaded. All right. For the most part. I'm hoping the other computers are good enough. I really hope so. But I don't know. As a reminder, you are allowed to pan around. You don't just have to look in. You should be able to, at least. Yeah, there you go. We do have language. Do they know what language this is? Let's see what we got here. Guesses looking like they're starting to come in. Yeah, so you have a pretty good chunk of time here just to kind of think about where you are. You got 2 whole minutes for no move, so I mean, not a lot of. All right, we do have our guesses. We have Sweden for Lusciousness, which is very, very close to the actual location, and Netherlands from Pokehero. Yeah, that was just Swedish. Pretty good damage, but not a ton. Could definitely change in the next round, in which we have a country. So let's see, it's pretty relatively rural, I guess. We have 2 yellow lines, and that's about it. Couple houses. Let's see what they're thinking here. As the map slowly loads in for Lusciousness, chunk by chunk. But we do have a guess. Let's see how Poke responds. All right, and it was Ohio. Looks like Poke went Texas, Lusciousness went Tennessee. So just a bit closer on that one. Both getting the US, though. That one was relatively straightforward, especially by the house and the lines and stuff like that. So next one here, loading in ever so slowly. I will see if I can maybe alleviate the load times, or at least just do like a hard refresh of the browsers after this. There is actually really good info here. Just a matter of if they know where it is. This one's definitely a funky round for sure. I'm curious. I'll say my thoughts after the round, but some things I'm curious about. Looks like we'll have our first guest coming in right about now. All right, let's see what Pogo is thinking. With that very blotchy map. That was just South Africa. That was really weird because you couldn't tell what side of the road you were on because it was just like a one-way highway, but there was a sign that said like N2 or something on it. That was like a typical South African highway marker. Double black screen here. Oh, eventually loading. Just keep refreshing if it struggles. Awesome. Well, this is needs glasses mode apparently. At least they're working with the same level of like visual acuity, I guess. That being said, it is not good. So, look, those TikToks went viral of like Rainbow playing blurred. So just do that. Oh yeah, both loaded for them at the exact same time. I love the internet. All right. That being said, we have a more rural area, I would say. A lot of fences. See, doing no move was definitely my idea the whole time because I can commentate better. Clearly. So yeah, definitely no text here, but I think the terrain's relatively knowable, I suppose. As half of Pokehero's map has been wiped off the map. Once again, just refresh. There we go. Slowly makes it in. All right, let's see what we're thinking here. I think we might have a guest coming in shortly. So we do have a guest from Lusciousness. Let's see what Poke is thinking. So pretty different guesses here. This was just Russia. That probably is enough with 2x. Just barely. So Lusciousness is going to take the first game out of possibly 3. Yep, all 3 games are going to be no move, just for ease of this. Actually, before you start, can you do Control F5, both of you? That might make it a little bit better. It's going to hard refresh the page. Yeah, and this is kind of where we're at for loading. Awesome. I like an internet-based game. All right, well, think you are good to go. It looks like you both mostly loaded in, so. All right. Moving into game 2. What do we have here? This one is interesting. We have a bit of text kind of wrapped around the Google car unintentionally. That may mean that it's on a pole nearby. Spoilers. Actually, kind of is. So we do have some text that both players are reading. Don't know if they know that language immediately. Definitely is a part of a family of languages that is found in some specific region. You can report to me. Sounds good. That's what we're doing here too, yeah. All right, so we have very good guess in Indonesia actually by Lusciousness. Wow. Poke going Philippines, honestly not a bad idea. That language, like Indonesian Malay, is very similar to Tagalog, which you find in Philippines. So what all do we have here? This one's kind of interesting as it slowly loads in. Again, we do have language. We have some really funky polls, some funky like light polls here. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. Those are actually really cool. It's like a caduceus. Let's see. So we do have our first guest from Lusciousness here. Poke soon to respond, ideally within 15 seconds. And that is, wow, right on again in Brazil there. That it does it, I think. Yep, and that is game. So Lusciousness takes it 2-0. They very, very good Brazil guess there. All right. What do we have for matches now in our ever getting better internet situation? Type Def Sorbet, I assume you're still not here. All right, well, for those unfortunate at home, I get another bye. Juho, you're still not here. All right. Congrats to Stock for taking that one. Enhar and Cloverbugged, I know both of you are here, so y'all can play on stage. And I assume Nardy20 is still not here. Okay. You get the bye as well. Cool. Well, we're already moving into the second half of the bracket, so that's cool, thanks to, like, no one being here. Can I get Lusciousness and Frosty Beep to play on the far, like, those ones down there? Yeah, right behind you. And then can I get... We'll wait. We'll wait for the next round, because I think everyone's here in the next round, so we'll be able to do all of those. That match is still going, I think, so. Okay. Y'all are good to start whenever. With the cursor speed tech coming out from Cloverbugged. I could never. My DPI is like 1600, I think. I brought my mouse, but I forgot to bring it down here, but that's okay. I'll make do. All right. Y'all, if y'all are ready, you may begin. And once again, this is just best of 3, all no move, which makes hopefully the internet's job easier and also my job easier. So that's awesome. All right, round 1 here, we have stuff and things. Let's see who makes the guess first here. The back half of the pano is just not loading for either player, so I guess that's pretty good that neither of them can see it. I think it may have finally loaded. Yeah, both of these computers are absolutely on the same, like, switch or something. That's just sending the packets perfectly at the same time, so that works out, actually. All right, let's see where we're going. Enhar, with the first guess here, what will Cloverbugged do about it? All right, that ended up being Northern Colombia. Kind of closer in Brazil as Enhar, but both in South America at the very least. I think there was some Spanish somewhere, but not a lot of points either way. Next one, we have a little bit more knowable, I suppose. This one's pretty interesting. Both players have seen the text. Maybe they know their phone codes in this country. I sure don't. A lot of palms all around, too. So don't go like Iceland. Spoilers. Just in case you were thinking about that. There's also a dog. You can kind of barely see it on Enhar's screen. Very important. I will try and point out all the dogs that I see. Let's see what we're getting here. The guesses are just about to come in, it looks like. So we do have the guess first by Cloverbugged, but it looks like Enhar is ready to go as well. Yeah, this one's interesting. I think I have a good idea, but... And it just was very northern Mexico. Cloverbugged did go Mexico there, so some decent points. I was expecting that one to be a bit closer to the US, but northern makes sense there. You typically don't get, or no, you do get double yellows in Mexico sometimes. But obviously the Spanish made much more sense to not go US there. So we're getting the slow load in again. You can always refresh. There you go. All right, so brick buildings here. We do have a very large power pole as well. Bunch of trash on the ground. Unfortunate. Dog. Thank you. There's like a completely broken power pole as well. That's interesting. But let's see what they're thinking here. This one's not so obvious. Like the last one was not obvious, but there's no text is what I'm trying to say here, basically. Let's see what we got. We have a guess from Enhar. And we should have a guess shortly from Cloverbugged. I think they're actually in a very similar area. That was just Mexico again. In that case, one of the power poles was like a typical Mexican power pole. You get a very octagonal-looking concrete pole. You go Mexico, pretty much. You get those occasionally in Colombia, but not usually. This one is pretty interesting. Actually not a ton different from the last round, but... Let's see what they're thinking here. I am very interested to see if we ever get any of the new countries that have been added to Google Maps in the past couple of months. Those being Namibia, Vietnam, or Cyprus. There's a very little bit of Cyprus. There's like next to none, but I was playing earlier and got Vietnam a couple times, but that's generally gettable. So let's see where we're looking here with our guesses. We have a guess in from Cloverbugged. And where will Enhar go? All right, Enhar getting Senegal there. That isn't enough because we don't have Maltese yet, but that was a good chunk of damage here. Now we have Maltese. We are in round 5. We do have language again here. A lot of good info, I'll say, compared to the last round there. Enhar not entirely sure. Let's see what they settle on. All right, both guesses are in, and it is just Colombia. Cloverbugged much closer. That might be it with Maltese. That is. So that puts us at 1-1 now going into game 3, which again is still just going to be no move. So whenever you're ready, you may begin. All right, let's see what this one does in game 3 here. We are in a field. Awesome. But where is this field? That is the eternal question. Where are we looking here? This one's pretty tough. There is basically nothing to really work off of unless you know where all your trees are. But even then... All right, first guess coming in. And the second guess, we are in Czechia. Kind of split France, UK there, so not a ton of damage. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Dog. Good dog. All right, kind of... No, actually, I was going to say similar vibes to previous rounds, but I'm not really sure anymore. This one's interesting. Let's see where they decide to go. I'm not 100% sure. So we get another dog pick there. Very, very important. We almost have our first guest coming in, potentially. Yeah, definitely a more difficult round here compared to, probably would say this is the hardest one this game so far. I think this is like round 2, but, you know, out of 2. All right, we do have a guest from Cloverbugged. Let's see what Enhar goes. It is Argentina, relatively south. Cloverbugged getting the right country, but not super close, but still does get a good chunk of points. All right, next one here. Once again, no good info. Yeah, there's a little bit of info. You can kind of read that sign there. Both players sticking their heads in the monitor to try and read what that says. Yeah, so this is very new coverage. This is what's called small cam. It is kind of widespread, so it's not really specific to any place, but this is 2024, 2025 coverage. So just in case you're wondering. So we do have Greece as the right answer there. That was just Greek with like English underneath it. Looks like Enhar was a lot closer with a very, very South Albania guess. Practically on it. What do we have here? We have Cyrillic. Awesome. Can either of our players read the language? Who knows? All right, we have the first guess coming in from Enhar, and the second guess, it is just Russia. Kind of skirting around it there. Couple more points for Cloverbugged there as we begin the multis in round 5. All right, what do we got here? Do have actually very good info on Rybersve. Enhar with a very quick guess. Let's see if Cloverbugged can also get the right country here. All right, both of them getting Denmark. It was just the main land, but not too many points either way. As we go into 2x damage, let's see what happens here. Much less info than last round, so honestly, this could do it. There is not a lot of stuff here. This one is tough. There is a very, very little bit of info that can be seen here, but overall, this is kind of just, do you know your road lines, basically, and general landscapes? So Cloverbugged with the initial guess here. Let's see if Enhar can get close. Ooh, and it was southern Quebec or northern Vermont, can't really tell. Is that enough? That is not enough. Wow, barely. Yeah, so getting the right country, but the wrong side of the country. As we go into whatever this is, there is a touch of information, I think. But otherwise, this one's tough. Yeah, so both players looking at the only meaningful area, I would say, here. The rest is just trees, unless they know they're trees, which you never know. We have a very, very close zoom coming in from Cloverbugged here. Very, very confident in this. That might be it. And are staring at the tree, trying to gain all of its wisdom. Let's see what they decide on here. I don't know which way this is going to go. This is very interesting. But yeah, if Cloverbugged doesn't get this, then that might be game. It will be game. Very, very low points at 2.5 times multi. So the pressure's on. No pressure. Both players using the full time here, just because, yeah, there is not a lot of good info. All right, Cloverbugged has made the guess. That one was Australia. Neither player getting close enough to do any meaningful damage. A big 8 points there, though. Yeah, so that one you had the little bollards on the side of the road and just like the general. That one was kind of trees, actually. This one is Very interesting. I wonder if the players will know what to look for in this round. Let's see. There is a good amount of info. Do you have language? Several languages, actually. So we do have a guest coming in from Enhar. Let's see if Cloverbugged will respond. Once again, needs to be very, very close. And let's see. Guesses are extremely different. It was just Panama, and I think Enhar takes it there. Yeah, certainly. So, what's the score on this? Is it 1-1 now? Do you remember what the score is?
I thought it was 1-1, wasn't it?
I think it was 1-1. Can anyone else confirm? Okay, so yeah.
There we go.
So Enhar does take it there. Thank you. I was trying to think. I wasn't 100% sure. I think the first game kind of went by quickly, but yes. That will be it. All right, so Nintendork, did you win your match?
Yeah.
Was it 2-0?
That was 1-1.
Is it?
Sure, Phantom game 1 up. That was the second game.
Was that the second game?
That was the second game. It's 1-1.
Okay, well, I'll believe the players. As we go into game 3, all right. As we go into game 3 for real this time, remember everyone, it's game 3. All right. So here we have a whole lot of nothing, actually. A lot of dead trees. No real text or anything to read to gain a language on. There is in the background, but it's basically unreadable. So I wonder what they're thinking here. This one's pretty interesting. So Enhar with the first guess. And it was just Uruguay. You do get that black car in both Argentina and Uruguay. Going into round 2. Very interesting round here. I'm trying to think about where this one could be. I think I have a pretty decent idea. We do have yellow road lines. You know, stuff like that. Can't really read the text in the background, but let's see. So we have the first guess from Enhar here. Let's see where Cloverbugged is going to go. So that is just going to be Texas. That is awful close to where I live, actually. No need to dox myself, but, you know. Yeah, Texas was several things in that pointed towards Texas, actually, but kind of difficult. Close enough. A lot of bombs in this location, and a big blur, which is not the internet this time. That is just a blur. So shout outs to Google for that one. So yeah, what do you do with all these palms and whatever this like open lot is? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. I thought that was water at first, just super dirty water, but we do have a guess from Enhar pretty early. Let's see where Cloverbugged is gonna go. That one's just gonna. Oh, right on in Brazil. I think that might actually do it. All right, that does do it. So now it's 2-1 Enhar. So congratulations. All right, how are we doing on the other matches? Are the other matches all done? What was the score of those matches that happened? I don't actually know. You're good. Cool. That means I get to play now. Who wants to come over here and commentate? Also, Frosty Beep, you are free to come up on stage. Finally. Finally, I get to play.
Can we both talk about things?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, don't spoil stuff, obviously, because
Yeah.
still do reviews. You heard me.
Yeah. Well, I'm
They're
definitely
letting
on
both
camera.
of us talk. That's crazy. How sensitive is this mic?
We'll find out.
I should know this. I literally work with these all of the time. You are not in camera.
Both your names onto the screen as well.
Slide slightly that way.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself getting amplified.
Yeah, Swiss actually gets to play. That's exciting.
Whoa. Okay. We have a location for sure.
It has some stuff in it.
Of all the places in the world, this is definitely one of them. I'm going to say that every time. We've got some trees. Got some roads.
Guess from Swiss is horrendously on the money. Oh my goodness.
Very quick.
Oh,
That was
is
a
anyone
lot of
else
damage
scared?
Very quick. Okay.
dirt area.
More rural this time around. I don't think that is a spoiler to say.
Yeah. We do have some power poles. I think those are fairly interesting and pretty indicative. Swoosh is going ahead and putting something down.
Semi-distinctive, potentially, trees and stuff, but like, what does that ever mean? All right, we've got one guess in a
Swoosh
location.
gonna put on the press. Good.
Dude,
Swoosh. What the heck? Our
Alright.
one seed, good performance in the first round, deals about 9,000 damage.
all right, well, that's round one.
I hope you have your Brazilian tree meta memorized, or else Swoosh is going to crush you.
If you don't know what every tree in the entire world looks like, you're cooked. Okay,
Kind of an intermediate location, mountains off in the background, kind of gives some ideas. You've got thick white road lines and some interesting trees with some water. I think that's about all I can give.
this is going so fast that I've decided I'm color commentary now.
It is one of the places of all time.
Once again, we have a location.
Swoosh, Swoosh
We have a crying emoji.
crying emoji from Frosty Beep here. Understandable.
All right. Players are taking a little more time this time. We don't
Yeah,
have
this-
5-second guesses.
Yeah.
Really
game one
consider-
was done at this point.
Yeah. Really considering all of the trees, all of the power poles, you know, all the information available.
Please don't. You can't do this to me. Swoosh, one of you have locked in. I'm going to assume that's Swoosh. Swoosh goes ahead and gets a different Greek island, but it was better than an Upper Greenland guess.
Was it Greek island or was it part of Turkey? I couldn't
It was
tell.
Greek.
Oh, cool. All right.
All white lines.
Yeah, distinct-ish looking road, but who knows?
Sun's off into the northeast kind of direction, but it's rather low in the sky, so it could be a little deceptive.
Got some cars which have almost legible information.
It's decent.
The unfortunate thing about cars is that they move, so sometimes the info is wrong or unhelpful.
There are signs teasing up ahead that have their back turned, so if we had a moving round, this would be really nice. But unfortunately, we can't see anything.
That's my other piece of color comms for every round. Oh man, if you could move, there would be so much info here. This would be so easy. All right, one guess in, two guesses in.
Ooh, Tasmania. That's an interesting one. Right outside of Hobart on the other side of the island. That's a wild location right there.
Yeah, I got a Tasmania round in one of my matches earlier. That's wild. We have a language.
We do have language immediately.
This is huge.
Yeah, immediately recognizable as to the general area. One of these countries in the general area has picked up new coverage lately, so it could be a little bit up in the air as to exactly where it is, but there is at least some readable English text.
And also some readable not English text, which is also helpful.
All right, players.
One guess in.
So he's trying to refine the guess before the timer runs out. Goes ahead and locks it in, and it is up north, so the giant can bleed just outside of New Delhi.
Sue's actually taking some damage.
Would this be more fun if we had to actually damage the players up there?
Yes, if you if you do really good on the round, you get to hit the other player in the head. You get to throw a map at them, or like a globe. A map, I guess, wouldn't hurt very much. All right, we have clear, visible sun. We have trees. We have road markings. We have architecture that indicates a certain area of the world, at least to me. But I am often wrong, so who knows?
You do see the road lines, and the sign up ahead does give a bit of information, along with a little something on that mailbox. I believe that was a Toronto Blue Jay on the mailbox. I couldn't exactly see, but that would definitely indicate on the eastern side of Canada. And with that, Swoos has expressly taken their match.
Real quick.
Swoos, I'm glad you really stalled it out that second game.
I tried.
Thanks for stalling for time, yeah.
I think one of us is probably next.
At least one of
I'm
us.
gonna run to the bathroom, but I'll set you up.
Or we could do the bottom one here that can get.
Yeah,
You're still
honestly,
on
we
there?
can probably just stream the rest of the matches at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Cool with that. Yeah, Artisle and Enhar.
Enhar?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Enhar.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sure y'all are doing good in commentary. I actually couldn't hear you. So.
That's excellent.
We're just saying whatever.
Woo! It's a fan club for one of our players out here.
That's how you know it's going to be a good match.
So this is going to be the bottom of the bracket match, not literally like bottom of the bracket.
Just
It's our-
physically on the bottom of
Yeah.
the spreadsheet. All right, we're going.
All right. We can't give anything because somebody isn't wearing headsets. So
We've got buildings.
Yep.
Buildings can tell you so much information about where in the world you are. We're not going to tell you that, but just know that the information is there.
yeah, different architecture styles around the world really can help you narrow it down in these no moving matches. Just getting you a continent, if nothing else, can save you from a lot of blowouts.
We've got one guess in, so other guess will be coming in soon, I hope.
Good
Yeah.
guesses, both in Germany. Close to equidistant, so little chip damage off the paint, less than 1%, or just over 1%. Got a nice truck.
Spoilers.
With this many, there is a fun GeoGuessr fact about like distribution of car types across North American countries. It is quite interesting. West Virginia.
Is that west?
Yeah.
Maybe just barely Virginia. I cannot tell, but
Yeah.
that part of the country.
Interesting urban location here. Good information spotted so far by both our players.
We've got language again. So exciting. We've also got like vaguely you can see some signs and some buildings kind of off in the distance that'll give you some other clues in the right direction.
All right, guess is going in. Both fire off in southern Italy. It is southerner Italy, though. And yeah, just a couple points of damage as we're starting to get closer. Not quite at the multiplier rounds yet, though.
Nothing crazy so far. Is that a tree house?
Good luck, folks.
We got a tree house.
That makes me think a certain country, but it very well may just be incorrect.
One guess in, I think. Very different.
Very divergent guesses, and one of them very correct. Enhar's stream having a little bit of trouble, but you took all the damage. Let's see if we have to refresh. Give it a refresh. Don't guess yet. Okay, we're good.
All right.
A little bit of a winding road off into the distance, kind of scenic. You have bollards there. I have not studied my bollard meta, as I assume certain people have, and that could give a lot of information.
You can
Don't
tell
use-
from our estimate that the bollards are important.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Do check
Literally
that.
right there.
Yeah. 760 damage cuts the life total of Enhar in half as we're going to double damage round.
All right. We've got some signs.
Vende.
We've got signs that you can read clearly.
And we do have some language.
We've got some cars. We've got some buildings. We really are just like talking about a picture here.
Yeah, yeah. We have to really like start going off topic to be able to talk about things. Would you vacation here?
I have no idea. I would be a terrible podcast host.
There was an area code on one of those signs there, indicates the Dominican Republic, but it does not matter. Enhar.
I also saw
Down
a
to the
sign
first
that
one.
said Dominican somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. 1-0.
All right. We got a sign. We got
A
road.
second sign.
2 signs. Twice as much info.
That is,
3 signs.
wow. That actually, Swiss is already pinpointing this.
Other than that, we have a road, we have some cars. It's kind of dusty and harder to see, but players have guessed already.
Both players went for kind of that Atacama Desert kind of region. Was a little bit farther north in northern Peru. But really fast.
We have some bollards, we have some signs that you can see the back of, but not necessarily the information of. Got
So-
one guess in.
Someone may be identifying a location from dirt. It is not. That is northern Germany, and functionally no damage has been taken.
All right. Getting close to bonus damage rounds, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, halfway.
All right. Got a little more rural this time around. We've
Very,
got
very
mountain-
distinctive.
Very distinctive. I know exactly where this is.
I think I was here last week.
Were you?
I probably not, but they might have jet lagged here.
Oh, true. Okay. One guess in, 2 guesses in. Different countries. Whoa.
Southern Japan. There's a little bit of text up ahead, and driving on the left was the critical information for that round, among other things.
Just off of vibes, South Korea and Japan in more rural areas look very similar, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally an understandable guess. We have
We have Cyrillic. That is,
We have Cyrillic. We've got some semi-distinctive, like, light posts, kind of.
oh, you're totally right. That's a really solid guess right there. It's going to do a lot of damage. Bring this very close. 1,600 health left for Enhar. Ooh.
We've got a location. We've got
Yep.
distinctive car. We've got
Yep.
distinctive alphabet.
Yep.
We've got distinctive general vibe.
Yeah, there's definitely vibe to this. Neither player goes for Ulaanbaatar, which was the location of the guess. So we will play on into the double damage round, now round number 6.
No love for Mongolia. SMH.
Oh no, I see that, and see the bars on cars? Yeah.
We've got recycling bins, which might have info. Who knows? We've got trees. We've got roads. I'm saying the same thing every round.
Re-
Like, here we have a location with roads and plants and maybe buildings.
There were no plants in that previous round as far as I saw.
That's true.
Upper South
US.
Carolina. That should be enough. 2,400 damage is enough. And the name that I will not butcher. What? Say it again.
Artisle.
Artisle.
whose
That's a
name-
lot of vowels.
Whose name we totally remembered how to pronounce.
Moves on to the round 4. Who wants to go next? You or me?
I don't want to go. I mean, I can.
Best one. Pick, scissors, shoot. Pick, scissors, shoot. Go for it.
Okay.
All right. You want comms? You want to join? You want a solo or join? Sure. So I might bounce a little off you.
Hello again.
Hi there. They're all the same.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, the switch to all no moving has really
It's made
improved.
it faster.
Has improved the dealing with the rules portion of this.
I also think I'm just going to leave it as the same map for the whole thing. Because I don't want
Works.
to play hard map on no move. Anyways,
I can agree with that.
good to start whenever.
I am glad that the internet is definitely doing
It is
just a lot.
cooperating better,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Hashtag bring move back. All right.
Thug finals after.
Interesting signage that has been seen could
Interesting.
indicate, should give a lot of good information to our players.
Go for the 5K. There hasn't been a 5K today.
Most of the time we can't 5K because the city names don't even load.
Yeah.
Have you seen those empty blank map?
Yeah.
Have you 5K'd on those?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to play label-less.
That is something I couldn't do in my own city.
I think both players are looking for the 5K because they're just so good.
They are just that good. Whether they are in the correct location for the 5K, though, unclear.
Yeah, what if the info they got was bait?
Could be.
You never know.
Those signs that they've both looked at exist in multiple locations.
It's true. And they still have a whole minute, so I mean, you got a ton of time to work on. I mean,
Yeah, have fun with it, folks. Oh.
maybe.
Cooking? Cooking? We have to see. Be brave, be bold.
Still got a bit of time, but let's see.
I can't wait. Eight seconds left on this. What happens at 0? Does it just lock it?
As long as they have both clicked, it will lock their
Okay.
location.
And after 2 minutes, the
Oh,
total
so
score
close.
difference
Like
is
2.
2.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right, 2 points a minute.
1 point per minute.
Get comfy, folks.
This is gonna be. I'm gonna hope not all rounds are that easy. All right. This round does not say Perth.
Summer games done over a very long duration.
Yeah. Looks like that had a town name on it. I don't know. We got other stuff, though, that
course.
should be pretty useful.
Of course, in preparation for this tournament, we made sure to memorize every town location in the world.
Oh, that's good.
That's should
Yeah.
come in handy for these players.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they got it last time. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Perth is one of those very obscure cities in a very obscure country, so. Yeah, so this one is interesting. I wonder if, I wonder.
Yeah, both players, seeing that we're, pushing through the round of 8, both of these players do have a general idea of where this could be.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't think we'll be seeing any incorrect countries.
Right. Yeah, I think at this point on in the tournament, I think everyone is, unless it's a very, very,
yeah.
very difficult round,
Yeah, but
I think everyone should be pretty solid on getting the
There-
right country
yeah.
here.
we should have some.
It's going to heat up.
Are you familiar with the license plates of this?
A little bit. Enough to be all right. There's more pressing clues in this pano that you can use to at least get a better sense, I think.
Under 30 seconds left for this.
This is going to be interesting. Because definitely neither player is right on it, I'll say.
Players immediately both go to the map to try and adjust their guesses.
I will say, you have not 5K'd it. And you know you have not 5K'd it. All right, we do get the first
Guess
guess
locks
in,
in.
and the second one in, and it is right in the middle. Wow. Almost identical distances. That's actually wild.
Folks, we're going to have to pick up the pace here.
Yeah,
At
so
least deal some damage if you're going to take 2 minutes.
an interesting thing there was the speed sign. In Ontario, you have like a black kilometers per hour on the bottom of the speed sign. That one did not have it, so it could not have been Ontario. And then likewise for British Columbia, that has like a not black kilometers per hour on it. So, but yeah, that was still pretty difficult. This
Good
one,
information. Have
this
you
one, if you've played the game for a little bit, you should easily know the country here. But
have you looked at the 450-page
I
guide
have
for
not
this?
studied the guide because
Good.
there's new information that I do not know. Ever
Lovely.
since they recovered this country, there's a whole new
Yeah.
documented meta. It was just Mongolia.
Yep.
I know a little bit about like east versus west, but not anything really specific.
Yeah. The critical information there is the truck there.
The big backpack.
Whether you like it or not, sometimes it is very important information. You have to use what you're given, especially in no moving. And
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
no way to avoid that, really.
Yep.
So
This
very
one-
distinctive.
This one's going to be interesting because kind of
Yeah.
a similar situation. I wonder
And
what we're going to get here.
I wish we had like a display map that we could point on, like on
Commentators.
on the screen. Yeah, just
That
a
would be
map of the
good.
world and just have a mouse to move around and click
Here's
with.
my thought.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much. Just
We're on Earth. We're in earthly areas.
you sure? Are
I
we
hope-
playing Planet Guesser here?
This is not Mars. I know this. Do not go Mars.
There's red soil.
That's true. It is very red. All right, we do have a guess. Will we get another guess? Like this. I hope we'll get another guess.
I like this
Interesting.
guess.
It was just
Ooh,
Kenya. Yeah,
wow.
There was the car visible there as well.
Yeah.
It was kind of a more hidden one. It's not the typical Kenyan car that you think of, but you do sometimes get that like very blurred one with the antenna. So
Not gonna lie, kind of like the Brazil guesses. So
I do not hate it. I mean, it makes sense, like landscape-wise, if not for the car. Makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Dog.
Friend Shay. Always
Dog
got to point
in
out.
some country.
My DMs about GeoGuessr are half filled with friends I find. And like really obscure just garbage.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really hard to discuss when the players can hear everything we're
kinda
saying, and
just-
we don't want to.
Kind of just waiting for them to make a move, and then I'll
Yeah.
react afterwards.
Yeah.
Got the pop off
We,
after.
yeah, we really do need that on screen map.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just be able to point.
Maybe next time.
Yep.
Maybe next time we'll have internet. Another dog. Whoa. 2 for 1. This is a good round. But will we have a good guess? Maybe.
First one in. We'll have to see. Second one coming in. Northern
And
Serbia
it's just
versus
Ukraine.
Russia.
The Serbia guess is actually closer by a little bit.
Twinkie pulling out to about a 3,300 point lead as we go into the double damage rounds.
Yeah, this'll.
And woo,
This one's funky.
that's
We got numbers.
anybody want some mail?
We got numbers. Okay. Huh.
This is an interesting one. This
Yeah,
one didn't
these-
have a vibe off the start.
These building shapes are very interesting. I mean, I
Yeah.
have a solid
Background.
idea, I think,
Mhm.
but huh.
What direction is that?
Very cool mountains are around here. Yeah, I'm interested to see what their guesses are going to be because there is text that they've both seen, but do they know what language that works with or is?
There's no, doesn't appear to be a national post icon either,
Yeah.
which you kind of would expect. Ooh.
We have a very close, very specific guess coming from Nintendo. I wonder if that's,
Is it good?
don't know.
I genuinely could not tell you. I don't want to. Because the players can hear us.
Yeah, these like container houses are really weird, which is definitely indicative of a region, but I don't know where exactly that region you want to go is.
Looking. Is there someone just chilling over there?
We still have 30 seconds, but it looks like a guess is about. They're both about ready with their guesses. Just a matter of pressing the spacebar or clicking the guess button. Yeah, very northern Norway made a
Northern
lot of
Norway.
sense there. Those container houses you get super far north, extremely
Woo.
close there. 32 life remaining. Yeah, and those like very round, like not jagged mountains you get
Yeah.
just the more north you go. So that makes a lot of sense. This one's interesting. It almost looks like we're on a trekker. I don't think it is, but the camera shadow kind of looks like it.
If you were thinking Iceland at home as well, I don't think that's a terrible guess.
Yeah.
Little off. I don't think the language would match up exactly.
Language makes
but
sense for Norway.
Yeah.
The camera quality wouldn't be like Svalbard or something because that hasn't been covered in forever. So yeah, just somewhere up north. But yeah, this one is very generic, I feel.
yeah, there's a lot of places this could be.
Yeah.
Where it actually is, of course, is up to our players to figure out. Because I'm glad I don't have to do this one.
Yeah, this one I can always formulate a guess, but I don't know if it'll be right. We do have our first guess in, and it is Southern Ukraine.
Again, and that'll
Interesting.
do it for Twinkie taking game one.
All right. Yeah, that one I was thinking Southern Russia-ish, like probably close to the Black Sea, I think that water is. Hard to tell. I don't know my bodies of water, so.
Are these rounds best of 5? No. That's
Not
that's
yet.
final 4.
Yes,
Final four.
next. This is still top 8. Next round will be best of 5.
All right.
I play the winner of this one, so that's fun.
Oh boy. Little scouting ahead of time.
Yeah. All right, let's get going. Game 2.
Hook in our phone for Google Maps.
Yeah. Show the
Yeah.
camera what we're thinking.
Yeah.
I do have some extremely good info here, actually, as to what country this is, and I think
Yeah.
both players are going to know that. It's just a matter of region guessing here is like next to impossible, no move, so
It
that's
is.
fun.
Yeah, has recently become one of my least favorite countries to guess because of all of the expanded coverage.
For sure. Yeah, moving in this country is not as bad once you learn like the excessive amount of info, but no move is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I haven't quite sat down to do all of the moving information, so I started with
Yeah.
area codes and hope that I can get 4K.
good enough. Banana plant. All right, we do have a guess.
Whoa.
Both players are looking pretty good here, I think. And it was the other
yeah.
island. Yeah, I don't
Well-
really know if there's anything solid no move to really tell you it was there, but
Yeah. I wasn't thinking main island on that one, so
yeah,
kind of like the one off to the left a little more, but
this one's cool.
a little suburban, shooting
Got a
hoops.
proper pickup.
Could mean something.
Fake dog.
Petrified friend.
Petrified dog. Interesting. Other than that, we're kind of just on a hill. Can't really see over it, so I don't really know. The country is kind of still up for debate, I feel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be solid, but
All right. So the guesses are in pretty similar guesses, and it was just Kentucky, so
yeah,
pretty close, honestly.
Yeah.
With not a lot of info.
yeah. I'm from the southeast. That kind of looks like the southeast.
Yeah.
I would have put it in like Tennessee, North Carolina, but that's because I put there a lot.
Ooh, great info here
Ow.
if you know where this stuff is.
Can you find it?
Yeah, I mean, you got time. So it's a matter of, do you want to guess fast so the other person can't find it, or do you want to make sure you know where it is?
Always the duel's dilemma is figuring out what
Yeah.
kind of strategy you want to go for, whether it's super fast and just hope
for the
that your
best.
vibes are better than the opponent's, or try and really pinpoint it down.
Yeah. Let's see if they end up finding it. Because it does look like they're kind of set on looking for it.
These two players in the round links, yep, I would have definitely taken that guess.
Yeah, there's a good chunk of time for no move. Okay, okay.
Can we
Let's
say it?
see.
It's
Is it Nintendo?
Yeah.
Okay, the last second switch into the correct country.
but Twinkachu finds the city
Yeah, finds
on the map. Doesn't
Major city.
yeah.
That exact location probably was not findable because I don't think that one was on the sign, but very close nonetheless. But yeah, Nintendo are kind of saving it with the last second switch from Indonesia there. So this one we got language that is hard to learn to read.
Wonder why
Ask
you'd
me
say
how I
that.
know.
Knowing your endeavors recently, I will not go further. Although I think I'm going to hope that both.
Like a week or a couple weeks ago, I was streaming and I was just like learning
Yeah.
Thai or something. I was like, I remember like 4 years ago, it was like, oh man, they learned Russian. They're such high level, and now it's like, oh, this person learned like obscure language number 35 in Southeast Asia
Yeah.
to get like 10 more points. It's actually wild.
Yeah, there's a limit to how much I feel like doing in GeoGuessr. You find what you enjoy and just
Yeah,
find
exactly.
having fun with it. Twink2
Alright.
goes ahead, locks in the guess, puts a timer onto Nintendork.
Let's see.
Nintendork seems uncertain about where this is. Goes
Okay.
for Cambodia, which
It
is
is
not
just
the
Thai.
country.
Yeah. Languages look kind of similar, but
Yeah, Cambodia's got a little more jaggedy.
yeah. It's more like angled
edges,
brackets, like
yep.
I say.
You get loops in the Thai characters.
Thai is very round, but then Lao is even more round, so it's hard.
Lao is definitely difficult just due to its low volume of
Right, it's very
appearance
rare.
as well.
Do have text on this car here. I wonder if they.
Do you
Forgot the
know
language.
a Hoffman? Are you familiar with Hoffman?
Who is Hoffman?
This could
And what
be
is
the
their bus doing here? That does look like solid info. I mean, you can nail the country here, but past that,
It's a tough ask to go further.
Yeah.
There are like road sign, like street signs that theoretically, if you learned all the different forms of, could figure out. But that is a hard ask.
yeah.
Especially since so many are similar across different areas. I think that was more applicable in the Gen 2 coverage era.
For sure. Yeah, since the expanded coverage here, it is like impossible to region guess since you want to learn a ton of stuff.
To be honest, thank goodness for the expanded coverage for this country, though.
Yeah, for sure.
This was a joke of a country earlier.
We do have a guess in. Will we get our other guess?
That'll be
They are very similar.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more west, so not a lot of damage as we move into 2 times multi.
yeah, but 117 could matter. We had last round go to double
Yeah.
digits.
It's 32. We do have a flag. That is the flag of a country.
Poll in chat. Raise your hand if you are familiar with this country.
Wow, no one knows. Oh, one
Oh,
person.
one
Two people
person.
know. All right,
Obscure
cool, cool,
guess.
cool.
Okay.
Is an obscure flag. It's difficult. Where do you go here, though?
Well, you go obviously where that tells you to, right there.
That's true.
It's right on the map, right
Just
there,
find the info,
somewhere.
and then it's somewhere.
If you zoom out far enough, it's somewhere on your screen.
Ooh, this is interesting. This is a... I know where this state or this city is. I think.
This kind of looks like my grandmother's place. I'm not gonna lie. I would legitimately put it like within.
Actually, I think I confused it with another city. We'll see. I have an idea based on the name, but
I'd be putting it like within 50 miles of.
I got within 50 miles of my house earlier, so it makes sense.
Got a chance. Low roll chance.
Let's see what they're thinking. Definitely got the country, which I don't think was a hard ask, but can you get the right city?
States are very divergent. Oh boy.
As the guess slowly comes in, it should
Let's
be
hope,
fine.
please. Oh, GeoGuessr don't explode. Oh my god, it exploded and didn't
Okay.
put the guess through. That's
We will fix that. All right.
all right.
Ugh. One moment.
Don't worry. We saw it. We're working on it. Oh. Check the multiple. Do the multiplier settings have to go? We're on 2, I believe. I don't think we can start it at 2, actually. That's quite difficult. Unless it escalates very quickly. All right, we're gonna do a partial resume. It would really be
We're
nice.
kind of there.
It would be nice if GeoGuessr implemented a resume from round and just like
Yeah.
scrap around. I think that would be a very good feature.
You're good. Yep. Yeah, so what we're doing here is starting at the health that they were at. We're just killing the multi because I don't know how to resume it from a certain multiplier.
Yeah.
So it's like mostly fair. Yeah, so they are at their proper health values from the previous round. So last round kind of nulled, but I didn't really get to see where it was. I was thinking like North Carolina, but
I think it was Upper Tennessee, I believe.
okay.
A little past Knoxville.
Yeah, it was in Wilkesboro. I think I was thinking of Wilkes Barre in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
also like Greensboro.
Yeah, those were definitely southern style houses. A lot of one-story ranches,
For sure. Yeah, I'd probably go North Carolina there.
wide. Yep. I was
This
going.
one we have a poll. Is that a useful poll? Maybe.
It's a mega cable.
Mega cable.
If you're familiar with a mega cable somewhere, then sure,
True.
it might be the information. There's not a lot of information I'm working with on this round. Really,
Yeah, this one's
really minimal.
pretty
It's
tricky.
nasty. Maybe Car Shadow if you're familiar.
Eh,
That's pretty difficult.
it might limit it to a couple countries, but
Yeah.
not really. Yeah, blue car like that, you get a lot of places. This poll's pretty
Yeah.
distinct though, so I think
Yeah, the sudden shift to all no moving is difficult.
definitely
difficult.
harder if you were not a no move player.
That's crazy. I've only done moving.
Well, darn.
I know. It's
Let's
crazy.
see. We do have guesses in.
Ooh.
It is just Mexico. Yeah, that poll is just a Mexican poll, but not a lot of damage either way.
Twinkachu thinking for the multiplier to decrease.
Yeah, honestly, that might have been.
So that was 2.5.
That wouldn't have been it, but it would have been a lot of damage.
It would have been
so.
2,500.
I've had this location before.
That is unfair.
I had this location earlier this week. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you where it is, but I remember Tuck Shop.
Bruh.
I do not remember exactly where this is, though.
It is Brooklyn.
Yep, Brooklyn City College.
Slam it, New York, folks.
That's funny. Look, this map has 100,000 locations, so I'm not cheating by just spamming the map with like 10 locations. Yeah, I definitely did not get where this was, but I do remember it.
Both reasonable.
Okay. Let's see how this one turns out.
Interesting store there as well with the things they sell. That's a.
Yeah.
It doesn't provide any information, but I like making commentary on things
Yeah.
that don't exist.
They got Tastic, they got Koo, Dawn, Joko, Coca-Cola, of course.
Coke is
Yeah.
universal.
It's true. It's sold in every country except like 2. All right, we have
Alright.
the first guess in. Let's see where the second one goes. Here in Brooklyn, in some country.
Anticipation builds with 3 seconds left.
Good
It
guess,
is
it is South
way down
Africa.
south. Think you
I
really
think. Do we call that because of Maltese from before, or do we keep going?
roll it.
That's fair.
No, we gotta think we have to keep it going just
Yeah,
because there
I
would
think
have been
that's fair.
some damage out of the U.S. round that didn't go through.
That is true.
That we're not
That
accounting
is true.
for.
That is true. Play it fair. We have a big ball and a stick over there.
It's not a radar, unfortunately. I would like it to be.
I think I have one of those near where I live. Maybe this is it.
Yeah, definitely looks like Texas to me.
We do have these ubiquitous holy poles.
Oh.
Big fan of them. You do only see them in a handful of countries, so let's see if our players
Ooh,
know where
can
you
we-
find them.
Can we? Oh, we can show information like that. That's not, it's not a bad one. Although there is a more distinctive thing for guessing said country.
There was also text on the pole, which should lead you towards another country as well, which
I like.
there's text. It says Yigaz or something.
Can we show that on screen?
I don't know. It's probably okay. So yeah, let's see where we're going here.
This is where I'd be guessing, folks. This is.
It's almost on camera. Put it in.
Oh,
Like
I'll put it on camera. Yeah, I would guess here. I'm gonna start doing this. I might be wrong though.
Flag.
You'll see me mess up.
a flag of country.
Yeah.
I have a good idea on this one. Do we have our guesses in? Looks like we do. Make sure you click. All right, and it was
Good.
Hungary. And is that it? No, just not.
Both players happy for the multipliers.
Saved by
Load.
Maltese, for sure, yeah. Or lack thereof.
Ooh.
Ooh, this one's fun. That's a weird house.
That is architecturally unsafe.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But the
What are they? What's in there? There's like you can see stuff through the windows.
yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
hexagonal like pavers here should be something, I think.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, for someone this is something. I don't know about if it actually is.
Whatever country this is, I don't think OSHA exists. At least not in OSHA form.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh. If the quality was better, you might have info on that like manhole cover, but definitely not readable with this.
You know, some of the sentences said about GeoGuessr and GeoGuessr rounds is just
True.
unbelievable. It's
If only the
Think-
manhole cover had a better quality on it, then you could read it and know where you are.
as a meteorologist, I'm looking at those clouds and thinking, "Ooh, those are pretty clouds," and then hoping that I could guess. It rules a couple locations out from
Yeah,
the fact that there's Rhenus prospectus.
yeah. I am interested to see which one this is. I'm between a couple things right now.
I have, to be perfectly honest, I'm just glad I'm not doing this one. I have to put a guess out. 30 seconds left in this round. Both players completely indecisive.
Yeah, I don't know.
The news is that nobody has gone to the map.
I don't know if we're getting the right country here. Maybe.
Just in general, I don't think this genuinely could be a lot of locations and maximum confusion.
Yeah, we're in
America?
Ecuador.
South
yeah,
America?
It's
Yep,
just gonna be
yep.
Ecuador.
I would be
So
all right. Huge damage.
1 damage.
Well,
Just
back-
push into the multis.
Back to that round 1.
Yeah,
that they had
so-
for 1 damage.
So you had the antenna in the back of
2.
the car there, which is you get in only like 3 or 4 countries, and then
Okay.
the general vibe just felt more Ecuador than like Mexico or something.
Yeah.
So
I had South America. Wouldn't have gone too much further past that
Yeah.
as a guess, but
we got more holy poles. These ones are chunky.
I don't think. Maybe. Train's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Are those roadsides distinctive to the general region?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, actually.
Do you have that? I like overall. I love Twink being the spectator for us, like swinging the mouse around.
Yeah.
to
Here you
point,
go. Here's what you're
Point
talking
out
about.
information. Yeah, they can't hear us either.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Shake the camera if you can hear us, Twinkachu.
Ah.
Hold on. Oh, look over there. Next to the road, you can actually see something.
Something.
It's somewhere near a road.
We're on a road. Confirmed. Good work.
Ooh, that sometimes is not a given here.
Yeah. You are not guaranteed to be on a road. It is just Romania.
Yep.
Both players getting Romania, so not a lot of points.
Yep.
Yeah, those super chunky holy poles are Romania, and they do have dashes on the
Yeah.
side as well.
Yep, the little yellow signs as well as the little highway indicators
Yeah.
with the red. Those are your mover's best friend, as they'll give you distance to a city in both directions and and either a distance or the road you're on, which is usually very distinctive in Group 12.
Yep.
Romania is one of the easier countries to pinpoint down.
Yeah. This one, interesting. We have some visible chevrons here, and also some holy poles again.
Yeah, a lot of those are
That's-
very distinctive to certain countries, just a certain cluster
That's
of
like a
countries,
water
but-
tower with the Pepsi logo on it. That's like the old Pepsi logo.
Man.
Honestly. Looks like there's text on
But-
that sign, but it's just barely not visible
Yeah.
or readable.
Yeah,
Let's see where our players decide to go here.
yeah. If you really do want to get good at no moving, you want to find some of these super common clues.
Yeah.
Things like these chevrons, things like power pole types, etc. Especially for this map,
Yeah.
where you're more likely to be in a
More
populated
urban.
area.
Yeah, yeah.
because I believe it's 2 kilometers, within 2 kilometers of,
Of what is considered dense coverage, so
well, yeah.
generally a populated area. So yeah. So we do have Hungary again.
Feeling hungry?
That might
800.
do it. No,
Oh, not
barely
quite.
not.
252 left
Yeah.
for Twinkachu.
This is close. After the comeback, this one is.
I think this is going to be the final round.
Yeah.
If the 2 players get within, what is this, total 500 points of each other, I guess that's
Yeah.
possible.
This is
But,
going. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
wow.
this one goes. This one is gettable for sure, but not obvious.
If you are simply Mr. Worldwide, you
Yeah.
could get this.
Just have had this location before, know where it is. I'm not saying I have. I have not, but the ground's very dark here, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it gives me certain vibes to it, but I can't really elaborate
Yeah,
further.
I would have to look around a little
Yeah.
bit more at other things, but
Players contemplating what likely could be the final round. Twinkachu goes
Honestly-
ahead, slams in a guess to really put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Farther.
They're pretty far away.
Far away.
This is going
Divergent
to be
guesses.
very
It's
decent.
there. It's not going
I
to be.
don't think that's going to be enough.
Oh,
no.
it is 600.
That's
That'll
barely
multiply.
enough. Wow.
Twinkachu edges that out 2-0.
Nice job. That was a long
You'll
set.
have to use all 2 minutes.
That was a long set. So congratulations for making it to
all right.
top 4. And now we have 7th ace and stock.
Can I get a fan club? Thank you.
Fan club.
Oh, thank you, all my ring fans.
Now that's the man that loves fishing.
That's probably why I'm not going to find it.
All right, this is our final match before top 4. Like I mentioned earlier, we're not going to change the map, but we are going to do best of 5 for top 4. So that'll be the match after this and the ones after that. So in total, we have 5 matches to go for the rest of the tournament, mostly because like no one showed up, but that's okay. Look, the people that did show up are the ones that cared, so that's good, and I care. All right. So we have stock and 7th ace going into hopefully not another like 30-minute match, but we'll see. All right, first round here. Definitely extremely generic. There's a little bit of info, but we'll see. Both players looking really quickly all around just to see if they can find any info in this kind of lack of stuff here. Let's see. I don't think there's any text anywhere, but I think the players know the country, or at least the region of the world. All right, stock with the guess. Let's see if 7th ace responds. Very close guesses in New Zealand. It is just closer to Wellington there, right at the south bit of the North Island, but that's pretty difficult to get. So good guesses all around for that one. Excellent camera quality on this one. This is a certified crap cam, as it is sort of self-censored called. Do we have visible language that they can pull from? This country has several languages, but knowing which one exactly it is sometimes not the easiest. And the predominant language in this country is like a lot of it, so even if you know it, it doesn't really help. So 7th ace was the guess here. Let's see where stock goes. They're both in the correct country, and it is going to be just in Uttar Pradesh, which is the most populated subdivision in the world, actually. So. What?
We didn't reset health. I have no health.
Just run it back then. I forgot about that.
We can calculate this health.
It's fine. Yeah, we'll just start anew. I forgot to reset the health to not be that. Just turn the checkbox off. Cool.
All right, good warm up.
Yeah, that was just the warm-up. So anyways, going into this final match before top 4 here, we have 7th ace and stock. Round 1 is sand and stuff. So yeah, there is info here for sure, but using it and region guessing here is another question. Yeah, this one might be tricky for the players. Like I said, there is good info, but using it to their advantage will be another thing. So we have... Looks like we might have a guess coming in from 7th Ace, and Stock is about ready as well. So Stock lands the guess. Let's see where 7th Ace is going to go. Stock kind of second guessing after the guess already, but that's okay. It's just going to be Brazil with a great guess in Brazil. Yeah, you had those Brazilian polls. All right, round 2. We have a little bit of text. Is it useful? I don't know for sure, but let's see if they can make any use of at least the language and just a general landscape, maybe. But wonder if any of those words are the actual town name, and if that town is visible, if so. So that's going to be very western Kenya. I know Stock also considered going Uganda there, which is interesting. The car on that's very distinct compared to what we had here, but ooh, this one's fun. Stock looking with a pretty quick guess. And now backing down after I said that. But I wonder what we're going to get here. Gorgeous landscape here, though, for sure. We're basically at a cemetery, too. So we do have a guess in from Stock. 7th Ace with a very similar guess. That was Northern Norway. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Both players going Iceland there. Absolutely reasonable. You are very far north regardless of where you guess. But all right, here we are in round 4, I think. The next round. Where there's not a lot here. We do have some holy polls, which we have gone over already. But will they get the correct country that uses holy polls? Time will tell. Let's see. We have a guess in from 7th Ace. Stock going to counter with a guess in Hungary. And it did the thing again. Yeah. Cool. That's fun. Yeah, so that was Romania, I think, anyways, but... Player A is you. Yeah, so internet being a little bit of an issue here, but we'll make it work. We do have a couple tools to make it work better, so... All right, so going back into round 1, I guess, with the modified score. So I guess we kill a little bit of multipliers, but we make do. Sometimes that happens. I know there is a way to like preserve the multiplier, but I don't know if that's like a public thing or if that's just like the World Cup people, because they do that there. But as far as I know, I can't. Anyways, we have stuff here. Definitely gettable, I think. Stock thinking about the guess, kind of considering some different areas where this could be. All right, with the guess, 7th Ace, also with a guess shortly after, and almost 5K'ing it. Wow, incredible guess. That'll just send it for game 1 there. Really, really good region guess in Argentina, very south, very close to Chile. All right. So on to game 2. As my character spins rapidly on the screen. All right. What do we have here? Stock with a very quick guess. Very confident. Hasn't actually guessed yet, but a very, very good idea at least. And then, yeah, actually sends the guess just shortly after. So, 7th Ace looking to respond. And it is just a Mon Jordan, but, I mean, close regardless, so not a lot of points, but getting that right always feels good. Yeah, the black car there is pretty... Black car in Arabic especially is very Jordan. Ooh, this one, there's actually... there's excellent info in this one, I will say that. As far as I'm aware, if I remember correctly, there is excellent info in this one to get the like very, very specific guess here. I might be wrong, but yep, there are actually several things here that will point you towards the right location. Seeming oddly enough, in a place like this, there's a lot of good stuff here. So I wonder if we're going to see any close guesses. Seventh Ace is on the hunt for something. I wonder if that'll be found at all. Let's see, we got 4 seconds left. This is Wisconsin, yeah. So a few things there. Those house signs with like the number and like the county on them, those are Wisconsin. And also the power pole with like a very specific warning sign you find in Wisconsin too. So very, very specific thing. If you read, if you use Learnable Meta extension, you do get, that is in like the US learning thing, so. It's learnable. It's very, very, very specific, but hey, maybe it'll show up eventually. So anyways, next round here, I think the players might know the country. This one is fairly gettable. As to the actual region, I don't really know. I don't know if there's any good info on any of these signs to the actual region, but we'll see. All right, stock with the guess. Will 7th Ace respond? Looks like it. Going Indonesia on Indonesia, but it was Kalimantan, so not a lot of points. 1260 is a good chunk, actually. I don't know if that region was on the sign at all, so very big blur here in just a vineyard, maybe? I actually don't know what crop this is, but kind of looks like a vineyard. Other than that, literally no info. So there's water in the distance that they're both looking at. So from there, I don't know. What do you want to do here? All right, 7th Ace with a guess. Stock is also looking very similar. That was Switzerland. Interesting. Yeah, I think the low cam was kind of like not visible because we were on a hill. So that was, I probably would have gone Mediterranean there just from like the vineyard. That was a tough one. Moving into this. Oh, yikes. Very gettable, I think, but just from the quality of the camera. But region guessing, once again, here is extremely difficult. So let's see where they want to go. All right, stock with the first guess. And 7th Ace looking elsewhere. Going to Kenya, it is just India, and that might be it. That does it. That is 2-0 for stock. Congratulations. All right. All right. Well, I'm back up, I guess. So we're going into best of 5 now. So this is going to be fun. Let's do it.
I'm back.
If you want, yeah.
After that, I don't want to show my face. I wasn't even on the right continent.
Okay, I'm about to get my ass handed to me.
Alrighty. All right. Well, folks, I'm not feeling amazing after that one. Got a couple wrong continents, but well done to stock for that one. I don't like to lose to continent guesses. Haven't seen that in India, but you know, happens. Node CG board. All right, they're getting into it as we are node CGing. We have Flora. Any further information is obliterated by the exposure of the sun. We've definitely some deciduous trees. Could, you know, that means something for enough people. Certain types of grasses and little ferns sticking out maybe. Oh, can we get a botanist? Any botanists in the room? Arborists? Not hearing anything. Both players, I think, slightly procrastinating putting a guess out. All right. Fired off. Swoos, much closer. Guessing into, or correct answer, Southern Italy. Would have liked that last round. Put one right there. 22 guess somewhere in Southeastern Canada. I've definitely have a friend that lives on there. Definitely. So, seems quite interesting. Both these players actually do have some level of noise canceling, so I can say at least a few things quietly without them hearing us. Guesses into Ohio. Twink 2 taking just a bit of damage there, but sitting low currently. Looking at the car, we've got some very interesting power poles right there. Got the holes, which has become kind of the set of the info of the day. Good guesses. Both of them slam hungry, but Swoos is a bit closer, dealing another 262 damage. Last round before multipliers kick in, round number 4 here, we have some food being grown. Think any agriculturalists, farmers? Woo! Ooh. Some needle. Ooh. I think there might have been information around, very hidden that 22 zoomed in and may have gone off of. I'm not super certain. It looks like Swoos has found it. It is Peru. There was a Peruvian flag in the background. Swoos takes round 1. This is a best of 5, so first 2, 3 wins. Swoos cleanly takes that 6K to 0. Methodical and efficient they are. Well, got that wonderful, wonderful camera blur. A lot of text. Still not a guarantee on the country, because there is some newer coverage that has this Twinkachu kind of opting for a faster strategy. Try and not let Swoosh think about it quite as hard. Will they dig into their bank of information? Is just DACA. So with that 4,900, Swoosh deals some more damage. Cool looking trees. Cool looking road markings. Should be enough to get a good feel for the region. Swoosh slams it quickly into a location. Twinkachu looking elsewhere. It's Estonia, which is kind of the hidden one of those road markings. Definitely Scandinavian looking, but that also exists in Estonia. Well, that's 5K-able? Anybody want a 5K? Sure are looking. Both players got the information up and going. Can they find it on the map, though? Not going to be a high damage round, it looks like, more than likely. Note that the number on the top is mileage, or kilometerage, and the number on the side that's harder to read is the road number. Very, very useful pull. You better not. You better not. You better not. Swoosh locks in a guess. Twinkachu's trying to find it. Swoosh slams out 578 yards. That's not going to get the 5K animation, but still, despite all of their efforts, not much damage. You know, earlier I was doing some practice, got 5K'd for 3 damage. That was, but it has a really flashy animation, so if that happens, yeah. Clap, enjoy, whatever. Mountains off in the distance. Swoosh goes ahead and slams a guess. Twinkachu is still trying to kind of figure out all of the information. It is Romania, though both players are fairly close. 65 kilometers, 55 kilometers difference. So Swoosh, despite winning all 4 of the non-multiplier rounds, has only dealt under 1,000 damage, 894 so far. As we get into the multipliers, it could be the opportunity Twinkachu needs to try and scale up the multiplier to get the damage back on our heavily favored #1 seed. Dirt roads are interesting. There is some language that people are going for. Interesting. I think you can see what's going on a little bit. Guesses, one guess locked in. Very divergent guess put in. Swoosh going to bring a good pile of damage onto Twinkachu there. Deals 1772. First real bit of significant damage, and we've got what honestly kind of looks like a similar round. Swoosh zooming right in for that antenna. That gives you a lot of information in these no-moving rounds. Being a good friend of Twinkachu's, I know that they do not practice no moving, so that kind of information is just not something that they nor I do a lot with. Twinkachu goes ahead and puts a guess in northern Bulgaria. Swoosh goes for Ukraine. It is south of Moscow. That's going to do a lot of damage. Twinkachu living on a prayer with 990 left. This is game 2 of the best 5, with Swoosh being ahead 1-0. You can recognize where that tiny, tiny map is compared to the entire world, I'm sure, right? Actually, it might be that little tippy corner. Yeah, actually. Will we see it? Kind of a distinctive road shape with this kind of weird convergence. I don't think people are going to find it exactly without any further information. 'Cause that map is a little less specific than I would have expected. So low damage around here. Both of them are obviously in the same general area. 38 damage. The giant bleeds like by a paper cut. And that might be over-exaggerating how much damage was dealt. Big populated area here. Sun distinctly in the north. With water nearby, though. Should be looking at coastal cities in these dry regions. Friend detected. We see a dog. Knowing Swoos, they have probably figured out that those colors of the pole mean something. I don't know that, though, so the information is not great. This is why they get like actual pros to commentate and not people who are like, I have a 100 streak on the daily. I feel like I know like a decent number of things. One-time BSB Discord GeoGuessr champ. Swoos is hunting, trying to find something. Locks it in. I like the guess overall. I really do. It's a terrible guess. I'm so. Twinkachu deals 3,300 damage and Swoos is in range for the first time. Spin those avatars. Big car cone right here. Is going to give a good idea to the region. Twinkachu's going to have to put in a good guess to stay alive. At 990, it's going to be close. It's going to move the guess to Sri Lanka. Doesn't get it back in time, and the damage should be there. 3,000 damage is going to knock Twinkachu out in round 2 of 5 here. 204 Swoos on the right. Number 1 seed Swoos, number 4 seed Twinkachu. Going into game number 3 now. Anybody need a haircut? Bunch of no's. I know a person. I don't know where they are, but I know a person. Interesting little covered area there. That's kind of interesting. Manhole obstructed by cones. Swoos absolutely punching air. Kind of this weird tropical-ish region. Just gonna go for divergent guesses here. Swoos over in southern Brazil, Ecuador, not quite close enough. Twinkachu gonna take a good pile of damage without multiplier here, 25-55. We've got Cyrillic detected along with a passing car right by the GeoGuessr car. Very cool. Might see that on a dash cam video at some point. Spotted on Live Leak. Is that still around? I don't think so. The biggest tease in GeoGuessr is a sign off in the distance you can't read, and that seems to be the case here. Guess he's looking divergent so far. And it is Russia. Twinkachu going to pick up a couple points here, 1,500. Twinkachu fan club assemble. Got information. Insider information. Twinkachu does have family and heritage in said country. So this is actually one of the best countries for them, especially because they keep beating me in it, and I don't like it. But it turns out when you know a little more, it helps a lot. It was just Ankara, so click big city would have been just the best play. Extremely minor damage. And we're off to this place. Looks like a grocery store. That's what I would assume with the shopping cart. We do have a little bit of car, which is interesting. Also, if you're playing the game at home where you have to do something every time I say the word interesting, you are now dead. Because I look at that and ponder, and I can't say too much further. Monka S indeed. That's how I feel going against Swoos. We actually saw this earlier. Both of them guessed the same city. Okay, I couldn't actually tell. It was Kazakhstan. They are waving hi to each other. Swoos with the emotes there. That's pretty fun. Notable driving direction is here, as well as a very distinct language. If you want to tell how much of a, how much Swoos has been going for this, is attempting to learn basic things in Thai, which, like, come on, give us a chance. Guess locked in by Twink. Just going to go ahead and do the click big city meta. And it works. Sometimes click big city is best strategy, just by dense coverage rules. Close game so far, 2,400 or 3,400 health for Twink, 3,900 for Swoos. Looking pretty good. Interesting car right here with the black car. Kind of distinctive. Also looking at those bands on that roof kind of fill me with an idea. It might be a wrong idea judging by where Swoos is going, but guesses into the very corner of Turkey. That's going to do a ton of damage. Twinkachu holding on with 187 health. Their tournament life living by that much. Very, very close. Going to need to lock in. But Swoos might be locked-er in. I'm such a good commentator. What do you want me to say? It is kind of dry clicking big city. It's just Cambodia. No shame to the players. That's going to keep Twinkachu alive. It didn't necessarily need it. Would have lived with 15 there if the damages were reversed. Allen Avenue. I have a friend that lives on Allen Avenue. They drive whatever that Dodge Charger is, black Dodge Charger. So interesting thing about the US/Canada, if you get more trucks than cars, there's like an 80% chance you can narrow it down to half the states, which is pretty solid, honestly. I don't think you'll need that here because the kind of general ideas are pretty good. Things I like to check for are like license plates, front, back, gives you a good idea of the location. Obviously, terrain, proximity, and mountains, very important. Twinkachu kind of messing around in southern Indiana, and Swoos is on the hunt. Please don't tell. Is up in New Brunswick. Do you want to, I'm obliged to think that's correct. That is nowhere close. Swoos is going to take a good pile of damage, 2,300. We're back in it. Could be getting down to a final round kind of situation. And we have a location with no trees and yet another graveyard where I lie from previous rounds. There was, that Norway round had a graveyard in it. So. Oh. Swoos is going for it. Swoos is going, oh my goodness, there are just mass graveyards up in northern Norway. Apparently, that's the meta. Swoos goes ahead and takes game 3 and moves on to the final round. Did the graveyard from the previous round matter that we did? That's so funny.
There's no graveyards in Iceland. They can't dig graves.
That's crazy if that's true. Apparently, the critical information is that they can't dig graves in Iceland. Is that true? That would be insane.
Are Icelandic people not allowed to die?
Then why'd you guess Iceland?
This is the rematch of a grand final we held in our Discord
Yeah,
server.
in our round.
Was it a graveyard? Maybe I'm
Oh, there was a huge graveyard.
It looked extremely similar to that other.
It
round,
sure
so it's
did.
Like, surely it wasn't Iceland. So.
That was crazy.
Stay closer or further away.
Further away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not commentate. I'm just gonna chill.
Sounds good. Kind of holding out. 22. You want to commentate? You don't have to. You do not have to. Woo, let's yap. Let's yap, bestie.
They're letting me say things again. That's so crazy.
I know, they thought your commentary was so good last time that they wanted to go with more
Oh my
trees
God.
and
Look,
roads.
There's a road. I'll pay more attention this time, I promise. My brain's awake now.
It's good to just like banter off things. Okay, literally
Frame
instant
one
guess. I
guess.
haven't looked at the screen yet. Just slam something down, and honestly, I can't even tell you if that's good or not because I don't have any ideas. I haven't looked.
Yeah.
Neither player is working with headphones, so we cannot say anything.
Oh, okay.
830 damage. So for the confidence of the guess, that is not going to go very well for them, for her.
All right, we have the aforementioned polls, the very distinct ones that are actually not that distinct because lots of places have them.
Yeah, hope
We have text on a car, which
It's a
means
van.
it means a little bit less, but it's there.
Southern Hungary.
Very southern Hungary.
That is right on the border.
Croatian border.
Little chip damage here and there.
Nothing crazy yet. All right, we've got cars that are
You can kind of.
barely, maybe kind of visible. Might have some info, might not.
Yeah, I really don't want to say too much anything, just in case.
I am sure that there is information here that's like, okay, this is identifiably this country, but to me it is all vibes. That
You did great for all vibes guessing, I will say.
I also, yeah, who knows?
Good
there we
guess
go.
there in Slovakia against the Czechia guess.
Yeah.
UK a little ill-advised with the lack of yellow license plates there. Just
The
didn't-
vibe said Central Europe. That's the vibe report.
All right, vibe report. Wait, no,
Cool.
don't say anything.
I'm not saying it. I can't say that. What is happening with this camera?
This is kind of wild looking.
Does the road look like that, or is the
Yeah,
camera
yeah,
doing
it's
something weird?
dug into the ground. It's like a
Okay,
little
cool.
aquifer kind of thing.
Oh, okay. It looked like there is like old footage of a road where the road used to be, and new footage of the road that are like spliced together.
Yeah. It's like a missing texture IRL.
Yeah. We have people making some tentative guesses, but nothing submitted yet. There's very little info here, at least to me.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead, hit the emote wheel, hit him with the little confused
Hit 'em with
emoji.
the-
So true,
Very different
bestie.
guesses this time. That's
Yeah,
decent damage.
1,000 damage is gonna get
That's not
down
nothing.
to 2K. Yeah, it mathematically is not.
I'm not the math commentary here. That's none of my business. There's a tiny windmill. I don't
It's
know.
kind of adorable.
I don't know if that's information, but it's cute.
It's the Netherlands, folks. I'm being told by the players that no, it is in fact not the Netherlands. I can't believe it. The windmill would lie to me.
Sources are saying
They are saying it's bordering the Netherlands.
it's pretty near the Netherlands. It's in the distinctly more Dutch part of Germany.
Northwestern Germany.
He said no.
There seems to be a little going on in the audience here of people trying to one up each other.
The audience is fighting back.
Under your seats, you will find 198 flags. where you can lift up the flags to try and guess with us.
We could just have people hold up their phones with
Yeah, you
flags.
could.
That is
Except
way more
that the players
straightforward.
could, see that.
You have to point them very specifically this direction, though.
I don't even think that's possible.
You can stand up and slide your phone across this desk with a flag on it, and we'll take note. There's a round
Alright.
happening also. We've got very different
really
guesses.
different guesses. This is going to end the game right here. Boom,
Mississippi
7,000
versus
damage.
Australia. I didn't see where in Australia.
Artisle takes a bunch of damage.
I only play bad when I'm playing against him.
Game 1 goes to Stock.
Let's go stock.
Stock apparently has an enemy debuff because I also was continents apart.
All right, we've got dirt or maybe sand, which is something.
It is coarse and it is rough and it does get everywhere on this coverage.
How dare you do this to me? All right, got players making some guesses.
Whoa,
Very
there's
different
a
guesses
very
again.
good one. 48 miles away in Senegal is the key information. Whoa, emoting on screen. Woo! Got some emotes.
That's how you know it was a good guess. Yo, we got a parking lot.
Who's the real winner here?
We've got text. We've got signs. We've got
According-
parking lots.
I want to be sure here. Did Artisle dance on taking 600 damage? Is that okay? Just making sure we are emoting to cover our tracks.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
there are indeed emotes.
Whoa! Emo meta is going too hard. This-
There are no rules here. Clearly.
Where's? Hold up. We do have rules here. That
I
is
lied.
in the rules.
There,
I don't know. Depends how well you can defend us from swoos. Yeah, I think we're just turning this into a podcast because the players can hear us.
yeah. Again, I would be a terrible podcast host, so this is bad news for all of you.
That's why you're a guest.
Oh, true. I would be a terrible podcast guest, too. Ireland. Let's go, Ireland.
Oh, 300 health left. Stock
go.
really putting on a good performance.
We've got some signs, some road signs, even. Not any other kind of signs. That one is.
I've heard this one before. This is the second time we've had to heard the "where the places you'll go" joke.
Okay,
It only
but
got
it's a banger.
oh, good guesses from both
Oh.
players. Nice job.
Bulgaria. It looked a little too pleasant there for me to have gone, oh, this is Bulgaria.
The depressing Bulgarian meta left a little while ago.
Yeah.
Well,
There is a TLD on that sign, but I
Yeah.
cannot read it. Which
I
sucks
think you
'cause
can if you use all the other information. It's not too.
You probably can, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Get regular checkups. I should probably heed my own advice. Actually, do.
Okay. Yeah, players might be able to read what that sign says.
I can.
Oh, okay, cool. On my slightly scaled down screen, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of hard.
people seem to be guessing what I have in mind.
Oh, is that still might be enough? That still might be enough.
That might do it.
Oh my goodness, we are living with 17 HP. Comeback capability of the generations.
Time for the reverse sweep.
Reverse sweep, it's possible at 1.5x. We do have
We have an uncensored license plate.
That's crazy.
Wild. Everyone,
gives a lot of info.
everyone go dox this guy.
Wow. Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Our GDQ is not represented by this statement.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
All right,
All right.
good guesses.
Close guess by Artisle.
Oh,
2,500 damage.
big damage.
Does about half of Stock's health there. Gone from 6,000 lives down to 3,020. A lot of information here. It seems very interesting. I'm a big
Very
fan.
different vibes from the like two halves of the camera.
Malta guess against a Romania guess, but again, still hanging on. 1,120 damage. Stock down below 2,000. There's some tall grass, Twinkachu.
There sure
That's all I've
is.
got.
That's the nature report,
Also hill,
the botany report.
arborist report. There are some
There are some
medium
trees.
trees.
They're more.
Guesses are close.
Oh,
I think Ava's close enough. Is going to stay alive still. 3 rounds on 17 HP.
this is wild.
This is getting very close. Triple damage coming out on round 8. You also have a friend that lives in this neighborhood?
That's wild.
That's crazy.
All right, we once again have streets and buildings and plants. We've got mailboxes. Got vehicles. We've got a boat.
We got a boat. If you are familiar with boat registration, maybe. Any boat owners?
No. Who do you think we
Uh-oh.
are?
Got a confused emoji. Not even on the same hemisphere either.
Whoa.
Punching air. Why? It,
It's
it
never
only did
Australia.
16 damage, 8,472 overkill, and Stock takes a 2-0 lead. Okay, if Stock makes it to finals, I feel better about losing.
People in the U.S. love boats.
Yeah, that's true.
Recreational boat for a lake. What
Ameri-
state was that in?
I don't know. It looked like East Coast.
It was like Iowa or Nebraska or something.
Oh wait, that's
Nobody
weirder.
has a boat in Iowa. I guarantee it.
Well, they got the lakes. Yeah, they got the
They could-
lakes. to
that
go
is
to.
very true.
I was-
I'm just commenting on Iowa in general.
very very fair.
Dinosaur speedrunning community.
You know what? That's true.
Oh no, one person. Good guess by Ava there.
No disrespect
2,000
to
damage.
Iowa. Maybe a little disrespect to Iowa.
We have a friend that lives in Iowa.
We
We are
do?
trying to create a little bit of disrespect.
We're dunking on this one guy, not actually like the whole state of Iowa. Hey, I know where this is.
Not a helpful TLD. Could be helpful signs though. These players are clicking quickly as well. Both these guesses coming in very quickly.
Speedrunners, what do you expect?
Did you watch a round earlier? We had 2 minutes spent to score 2 damage.
It was
It's
worth
huge.
it. I stand by it.
You didn't even 5K. You got
Okay.
a 5K.
I should have 5K'd that. We've got text. We've got language.
See, when I play by myself, I like pronounce them all completely incorrectly, like just phonetically. And I know that's entirely wrong, but that's how I attempt to do it. Uh-oh, BM, calling GG. And then is a decent amount closer. 700 damage. Stock down half the health bar. Last round without multipliers here.
We've got
Players
a
are-
language.
Wow. On the map, absolutely instantly. Both of them slam Amin instantly. Do negligible damage.
Nothing round. We didn't even look.
Yeah, they just wanted
I
to get
saw
to the
Arabic and
multipliers.
then people slammed out guesses. All right, we've got a weird looking power pole and some grass.
Swoos stalking out the competition, understanding that they would absolutely already have this power pole 5K'd easily. Little divergence in the guesses. Same country in France is going to be a couple 100 points closer.
Let's go Central Europe, I guess. All right, what we got next? The sun is out. We've got
Do 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 do.
We've got some trees, not that many of them. We've got some text kind of scattered around, but not like signs, just like text written on stuff. They can't afford sunglasses for the cameras.
Google's a small startup.
Small indie
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
team of like 4 max.
Up in that corner, northern Peru is going to do some minor damage over to that.
I was born there.
Someone has practiced with the emote game, let me tell you.
I forget that emotes are in this game at all. I have not paid any attention to any new feature they have added in the last 3 years.
Except the music, which you promptly muted.
I ignored that as soon as they added it. It was like, I don't need this. All right, cars, signs,
Text. Lots of power poles.
lots of wires.
Jumbled up.
Maybe that's info. I
The
guess.
city of Cusco. Close.
Northern Colombia, yeah. That
Oh,
part of-
huge damage. Stock now the
Whoa.
one. 21 health left, living at 0.33% HP.
Maybe just going for a quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artisle going, or rather, Stock going to try and play it in. Gets the Nigerian follow car information and counter kills 8,000 damage
Whoa.
and wins on 21 HP to go through finals.
Is that? Do we have one more game? Was that 2 games?
That's 3.
Oh, okay. I missed a game. I don't know what game it is.
Are we going to do a third place? Okay.
Oh.
Go third place.
Oh, I have to go play again.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yes. Best of 3 or best of 5 in third place? 5. Switch Stock to Twinkachu. Switch comms. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just it's just you on comms, right?
Yep. Yep.
Pikachu is up.
Yep. Perfect. Yay, Node CG dashboards. All right. Third place match here between Artisile and Twinkachu. Two more best fives to go. Go to that church regularly, of course. Mark doing their best to try and blot out the sun. Interesting guesses. Twink2 locks in. It is way up there in Brazil. 1,200 damage coming over. 1157. Yeah, I had nothing for that round. All right. Next round. What do we got? That's a very pretty shirt. Big fan. Please observe. Thank you. Thank you for observing. Thank you all. Both of you have observed. Thank you. Where do those birds live? Well, on that person, sure. Where did the person live? Probably not on the surface of the sun. Somewhat divergent guesses, and they are nowhere close. 0 point round, folks. Woo, multipliers. Is that the world's smallest, like, excavator right there? That is a mini excavator, and I love it. Fast guesses in. Double-ended Denmark, but neither of them had the right island, so damage is limited. I hear Tetris occurring. Not a lot of information on this round, it looks like. I can actually slide slightly closer to the middle. Hello, camera. Really not a lot to go off of. There's a lot of mountains, obviously a sun direction, but could obviously has the opportunity for highly divergent guesses. And we do. Twinkachu is significantly closer there, evening up the game right around 4,700 health each. Double yellow across the middle. Something is jamming all of a sudden. Guesses coming in, both on the West Coast and Washington, both deeply incorrect on Rhode Island. 21 damage dealt. Still a very even game as we're on double damage now, 4,700 health each. As this will escalate very quickly. Gonna be a tough round here with very limited information. Has a chance for divergent guesses and a lot of damage. If we're looking at 2,400 or more, the round will end immediately. First guess locked in. Second locked in. Neither have quite the location right, but we'll see about 1,300 damage dealt over. Twinkachu taking the full force of that damage. Well, both players spawn in and look at the car. Both click Ulaanbaatar, and we'll move to the 3x damage round. From one very recognizable country to something that is much less recognizable. Could be a very divergent round. Artisle goes in very quickly to the map, marks down a location. 6 seconds left on the timer. Twinkachu is going to slam Southern Finland. Holy smokes, what a guess. Wow, that is incredible. 9,000. Catastrophic damage obliterates Twinkachu. And that's game one. Is that game one? Yeah. I think it was. Cool. Game two here. Good luck, folks. Only Shiva can help you now. Click Big City meta works properly for Twinkachu. Knocks out actually a good pile of points there. 1,500 in round one is quite significant. You know, there might be some political disputes to make it bigger or smaller, so I wouldn't get into that. Not going to try and advocate either way. Because I don't know anything, not because, you know, taking sides is bad. Twinkachu does make a last-minute click to Nigeria and finds huge purchase there. 3,000 damage. All of a sudden, big damage coming through. Fast guess there. Twinkachu definitely has the right idea. Both go Amsterdam on very rapid information, and critical damage has been dealt to Twinkachu. No longer a flawless victory. But thankfully, the players didn't play for 2 minutes before scoring 1 point. Three homers in the bottom of the eighth, folks. That was pretty good. Wish I could have been there. Guess is locked in. Very divergent again, and Twinkachu's going to take the damage here. 3,300 here. Bringing it way closer as that Mexico round was really solid. Chicken. One of the players might have to get a little clucky to win this one. Thank you, it's all I've got. Thank you for the pity. Last second switch to Nigeria, not going to work out. Twinkachu's going to deal 700 damage. Little more with the multiplier.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Only needs 17 health and a dream. Construction occurring. I think my friend is helping build that building. This worldwide over here. Or right on the water, leading to some kind of information. Guess locked in, Twinkachu with 10 seconds to go. Kind of panicking a bit. Isn't going to be anywhere close. We had bars on cars. Very important to note there. So probably in the Guatemala DR. Players are looking for information. Toyota has been cheered for. Divergent guesses here are going to favor Twinkachu, and that's going to be the knockout punch here. Twinkachu takes game 2, 1-1 now. Uh-oh. Might have started a bit too soon. Twinkachu, hit refresh. Refresh.
I'll abort this.
Okay. Abort it. Woo! Refresh again. Excellent.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm glad y'all know the menus better than me. Glad he had it. Game 3 now, 1-1. Artisle with 1 that I'm still going to get wrong, and Twinkachu with 1. End of a cul-de-sac? Kind of. Not really. It's a cul-de-sac we have at home. Going very quickly into these guesses here. Really picking up the pace in these rounds, possibly because we've been going for 3 hours at this point. 1,500 damage over, as the guess was into southeastern Sweden. Going quick again. Seems to be working out for Artisle, though. Finds the yellow license plate meta and picked a sufficiently north part of the United Kingdom. It's a really pretty location there. That was really pretty in fall. Shout out to Scotland.
Let's go, fence post. You said it. Hell yeah.
There's information for a player better than myself in this round, but I cannot give it to you. Oh, Australian Bollard. That's going to be a death punch.
Australia, rule number 1.
Flawless express victory there for Artisle. 2-1 now. Game 4 starting up, resetting multipliers, 6,000 health apiece. It's interesting that we have different map players. I think Spruce might have something for the account. Guess locked in, this time by Twinkachu. Artisle a lot slower on this round, trying to find a little bit more. Goes for Kuala Lumpur, not quite as close, but will mitigate a ton of the damage, taking 92 there. A lot of dirt. Lot of dirt. Fast guess. Once again by Artisle, kind of fallen into that strategy. Twinkachu is looking, oh my goodness, what a guess by Twinkachu. 49-11, 33 kilometers away. All skill, no luck. They've been there before. Is it an insult to say to touch grass in GeoGuessr? Oh, Northern Ireland, kind of a strange location. Twink going to deal some more damage now. Artile's speed guessing strategy not working off in this round. Very interesting location here as far as some of the geography around. It is Peru. 611 damage over. As we go into the multipliers, 22 up 6K to a little over 3K. I have to really restrain my internal monologue from just blurting out things. I know that most of the players find the information relatively reasonably, but all right, looking kind of close. First guess is in. Oh my goodness. La Paz, click big city. Twinkachu, 5. No, that's damage to Twinkachu. Huge. Artisile deals massive damage. Does correctly identify Bolivia in that round, dealing 5,000 points of damage. Fast guess coming through from Twinkachu this time. And
Let's go.
2. Multiplier coming in huge right there. Was good GeoGuessing. Oh boy, this could be big. Oh, Twinkachu not respecting the Indian blur meta there. And that will do it for our third place match. Artisile takes third, Twinkachu takes fourth. All right, on to our grand finals match. If you want, you're always welcome. You don't have to talk. Okay, you do not have to talk. Grand finals match, Swoos versus Stock. Yep. All right, best of 5, no moving. Stock versus Swoos. Ready to go? All right, good luck, both players. Woo! Dum, dum, dum. All right, first round comes in. Information to be found. Coaching from last round apparently matters. Bars on cards in Spanish countries definitely indicates a little bit more on the Guatemala DR side. Both of them just click Guatemala City, Guatemala. So damage is an excruciating 5. A little more interesting around here. Both players kind of getting into the tank a little bit. Signs seem to be helpful. Want to find some information.
Let's go, numbers.
Let's go, road signs.
Do love the road signs around here. Swoos seems to be in a location prepared to make a guess, is going to try and do better. Yeah, oh my goodness, 197 yards, 5,000 points. That's a... Swoos is pretty good at this game, folks. The temptation of all GeoGuessr, once again, the back of a sign, not particularly helpful. Really wish you could just move around and see it. Finland and Estonia are the guesses. It is Sweden, though. Minimal damage. Round 4 coming up. That big 5K being the only bit of damage dealt, or significant damage dealt so far. A lot of information to work with, at least, for the players, so you can make a good, educated guess here, not just hope that your botany degree works out. I'm also liking the part where players are starting to indicate what's being used. Portugal with the yellow license plate seems to be Swoos's info there. Has a commanding 5,200 health lead going into the multiplier rounds. I don't think the Pacers were down by 5,000 points in one game. They probably could. Have we? We'll bridge over some troubled water, it seems, as guesses are put in, at least by Swoos, looking for one by Stock. Stock trying to guess where it is going to be in Bangladesh. That's going to be enough. And Swoos takes game number 1. All right, going into game number 2 real quick. Got to recover the mental from the 5K. Lock in. Roll around, but I think this gives me certain kind of vibes. Swoos has taken a lock. Technically very, very close, though Stock didn't get the country. It was Lesotho right up by the capital city there. Lesotho seems to be very distinctive on the map. I don't know how to describe it, but every time it shows up, it just feels correct. 56th Street might have a friend that lives on a different 56th Street.
Let's go, doxing.
That's my house.
Let's... I'll repeat the joke. They don't call them Google Docs for nothing. That is northern Alberta. That is...
No, that's Doc. No, what are you doing, buddy?
Canadian player losing that one. Not exactly ideal. What I'm taking away from this round, from this whole competition, is the newer coverage in Turkey from the black cars. Don't think I'm super familiar. Both of them guess it, but it is way over the other side of the country. Swoos does take 163 a little bit. Every bit adds up. Every bit adds up.
It's too easy.
Swoos hits him with the mind-blown emoji. Divided 2 lanes, a little bit of signage on the right there could be important, but again, can't say too much when the players can definitely hear us. Alternatively, the underdog is not hearing anything, so or can definitely hear us. So you know. Information still tough to come by on this round. I don't see a lot that's helping. Guess in by Stock first. Swoos looking elsewhere. It's looking like a bit of a divergent round. Swoos doesn't change the guess, and it goes to their benefit, as that was northeastern Bulgaria, not like I kind of like Stock's guess. Can we just roll for Stock for that round? Okay, cool.
Fives, yeah.
It's fun because when GeoGuessr gets new countries, it feels like new DLC dropped. We usually when coverage comes out, we're like, new GeoGuessr DLC just dropped, new Earth. You want? They do. They have a couple in Antarctica, like McMurdo Station, and a couple on just some of the outer peninsulas, and they do have coverage at the South Pole. Swoosh, meanwhile, while we're yapping about Antarctica, gets a really solid guess. In Western Brazil, takes a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 finals. One more game, and Swoosh will be taking home the crown of their tournament.
Hey, wait a minute. Something smells Hold on. Check that setup.
Something smells fishy in it. Stock that.
Fish do fear us.
Why do you think that is?
Good guess from Swoosh. Putting the Netherlands in and putting the pain onto stock for 3,200 health.
What's the point?
Swoosh just goes straight to the map, fires a guess off. Could technically be the winning guess. Stock's got to pick well. They were both very close. Nice read from both of them. The giant bleeds in little paper cuts. Nope, not even bleeding. Fun looking trees here. Stock Swoosh trying to see what they have for sale in there. Fires off guess, very divergent, and this I don't think will do it. No, 2,000 damage. Stock living with 771. Chat audience, help Swoosh out. Give him your energy. Or give a stock your energy. Woo! Southern Kazakhstan is the location, and stock deals 316 damage with the power of you to our 118 local audience, powering on our underdog here. Swoosh just fires instantly. If you know, you know, and Swoosh definitely knows. Stock fires UAE, but it is Qatar. Is that close enough? It is 1,300 damage. And Swoosh cleanly mops it up, takes first place. Stock second place in the GeoGuessr tournament here at SGDQ 2025. You have a victory speech?
Sup?
Profound, folks. Thanks for joining us.